Hey, bitches and pros and non-binary hoes. Welcome back to the Second Muse. Welcome back to the one and only Band of Misfits podcast to showcase the control chaos we call our friendship.
Oh, she turned her camera off.
Yeah.
Long story short, there was a brief argument discussion happening between these two before this. Anyway, we're not going to worry about it. But no, so today we will be discussing a book series called Infinity Sun. Infinity Sun and Infinity Reaper. Very, very good book series. We will be discussing that. I want to point out, Latte was here. Latte left because Shota gave her the synopsis of the book, and he was like, if you're even remotely interested, leave so we don't spoil it. And she was like, she read it and she went, okay, I'm leaving.
Yes, because it's a book that cannot be spoiled, which we will be spoiling. So
Yes, so if you are, what we'll do is we'll start off by Shota. I'd like you to read the synopsis for it.
You're
That
asking
way-
okay, hang on.
Okay, yes.
You're reading the dialectic to read.
Yes, my bad. Muse will read the synopsis, and then we will basically put up a little spoiler wall after the synopsis and say, hey, if you're interested in the book, bye! Go listen to a different podcast or something. Go listen to our more recent episodes. But before that...
We'll throw up a spoiler wall, then we'll give 3 minutes talking about random shit. And by random shit, I mean your shit.
Yep. So, okay, starting off, Muse, go ahead and read the synopsis. As she squints at the screen.
I'm apologizing in advance.
Do I need to read it? Where is it?
Balancing epic and intensely personal stakes, best-selling author Adam Silvera's Infinity Sun is a gritty, fast-paced adventure about two brothers caught up in a magical war generations in the making. Growing up in New York, brothers Emil and Brighton always idolized the Spellwalkers, a vigilant group sworn to rid the world of specters. While the Spellwalkers and other Celestials are born with powers, specters take them, violently stealing the essence of endangered magical creatures. Brighton wishes he had a power so he could join the fray. Emil just wants the fighting to stop. The cycle of violence has taken a toll, making it harder for anyone with a power to live peacefully and openly. In this climate of fear, a gang of specters has been growing bolder by the day. Then, in a brawl after a protest, Emil manifests a power of his own, one that puts him right at the heart of the conflict and sets him up to be the heroic spellwalker Brighton always wanted to be. Brotherhood, love, and loyalty will be put to the test, and no one will escape the fight unscathed.
If this sounds like even 1% interesting to you, click off now.
Or stay for the 3 minutes and listen to the random crap, and then click off.
Click off now. After Wolf is done with his story, we'll go back to the spoil. Because again, this is a book series that we do not want to spoil because it's just a really good series.
Yes, we really would like to not spoil it for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead, go on your tyrant. I'm gonna go grab the books.
Yep. Okay, so long story short, I have had, she already knows about us, which is why he's going to grab the books. So, I kid you not. Last month, I had set up an appointment with a local plastic surgeon for a consult for top surgery. Was on vacation, got a call. Was told, oh, sorry. Turns out he actually has an appointment that day. He has a meeting. Could we reschedule you? And I said, yeah, sure. So they rescheduled it. And it's hard to get appointments with this person. I waited almost a month just to get the first appointment. Then I had to wait 3 weeks to get the second appointment, the rescheduling. So I go there on, I want to say it was when was my appointment? When was it? What's today's date? My days are backwards. It was yesterday. It was yesterday because I I went into work like 2 hours early because I wound up not having it. Long story short, when I went there, I got a call about. Well, I didn't answer it because I didn't answer it because I didn't recognize the number. So didn't answer it because instead of coming from like, you know how health places have like the name of their business and stuff, like such health, Novant Health, Atrium Health, all that stuff when they call you. This one didn't, so I didn't answer it because I was like, well, I don't recognize this number. Went about business as usual. Kept driving there. We get there. It was a pain to get there, by the way. There's a lot of construction going on in the city right now, which, you know, when is there not, but still. But get there, go in, go up to the floor where it's on. I will say it smelled slightly funny in the building, but we kind of just dismissed it. Go to the building, go to the door, and see, not even on the door. They put it on a piece of paper on the floor outside the door. It said, gas leak. All appointments canceled. I'm thinking, why didn't they put this on the front of the building? I just walked into the building, went up the stairs to the second floor, and wandered down a hallway to get to this thing, only to be told that there was a gas leak. And then I checked my phone. Turns out most of the city had been complaining about a funky smell, and it turned out to be a crap ton of gas leaks happening all over the city. I was like, God damn, like, I can't even get mad at them about it. Check my phone. They had called me 10 minutes before we got there, because I got there right on time. They had called me 10 minutes before saying, hey, all appointments today are canceled because of the gas leak. Then I go to work, because they said, oh, call us tomorrow to reschedule. Then I go to work. I'm at work. They call me about 3 o'clock. My appointment had been at 11. They call me at 3 o'clock and they say, hey, the problem was fixed, but because your appointment was canceled, we have to reschedule it. I'm like, you know, this is the third time it's getting rescheduled, right? And she was like, yes, we're very sorry. I was like, okay, I just wanted to point that out. She was like, for that reason, we will be fitting you in as soon as possible. And I'm just thinking, how many weeks am I going to have to wait? Because the last time they said as soon as possible, I waited 3.5 weeks. They go, no, it's actually, they said, we can fit you in, on Tuesday. I was like, this coming Tuesday? And they went, yep. I was like, I don't care if I'm working, schedule me. Didn't check my work schedule. Thankfully, have Tuesday off. Go figure. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have showed up for work anyway because I've been waiting for so long for this appointment. But yes, so I had to get rescheduled again for the umpteenth time. I swear to God, it's a little. But the other thing is, this is the one that's closer. The other person that I would go to, for a consult, and will probably go to at some point for a consult if I wind up not liking this person, is literally in. Here, I'll type it. I know we've already said that we live in North Carolina, but I don't want to point out where in North Carolina.
Jesus.
Yes, that's a drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, so let's see, it's
Jeez.
going to either the city or going almost an hour away. And it's because they gave me 3 people, and I looked at the profiles, and I liked 2 of them. The third one, however, while she didn't get customer complaints about top surgery, she got customer complaints about other surgeries that she performed. So I'd rather not have her. So I'm going to these other 2 guys for it, and yeah, it was kind of like, you know, okay, here we go again. We're getting all this rescheduled again, and having to deal with this. You know, it's fine. But yeah, just a little frustrated, just a tad frustrated. Um, just slightly frustrated. But they're getting me in quick, so I'll take it. Whatever. It is what it is. I know they can't help it. It's not like they asked for Gaslight. But
I don't think.
the first appointment was definitely on them because they totally screwed up by not realizing there was a meeting on the day that they scheduled that the day and the exact time they scheduled the appointment. So I will say that was on them. That was 1000% on them. But this isn't. I'm just, slightly frustrated, wanted to vent a bit.
I mean, that whole day. Let's be honest. That whole day kind of blew out.
Yeah, you're telling me I went to work and then it was like,
hey, so you're gonna have a fun day.
yeah, I went to work and first thing Shiota tells me is you're gonna have a fun day, and I'm thinking, I just clocked in. I can leave. I told him, I said, I can leave. I just clocked in. I could just turn around and leave. Turns out, like half the coolers in our store decided to stop working, and so they had to have somebody come out and fix it. Which thankfully, when I was there, by the time I got there, they actually had the guy there fixing it. So I was there maybe 20 minutes, and he had fixed almost all of them. So they were slowly starting to reclaim all their stuff from everywhere that it had to get stuck. AKA
Yeah.
mainly our department, because ours was the only one that was like actually working.
Yours was about to go down.
Yeah, ours was about to go down next.
Go down when he got there.
Ours is going down.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people I don't find was like, okay, they're going close to the store because most of our stuff are kind of going out. And I was like, I wouldn't mind that because I already got my 7 hours in.
Yeah.
A lot more is another hour. I mean, sure, that's another wait, but still.
Oh, P was going on like, hey, that apartment or wherever that gas leak was happening, hey, they're getting evacuated. Why can't we get evacuated? And then our coolers go down. She's like, we might be able to get evacuated now. And
I
like,
wish.
Yeah, right.
I wish. Our store stayed open when it was freaking snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I slid my car, or I should say my dad's car, because he drove me. So we live on what's considered to be a side road in our neighborhood, because we live on a street that has a cul-de-sac, and it's kind of just a connecting street. So we don't get the snowplow. And it didn't matter if they had come through with the snowplow, because it snowed between then and the snowplow.
Yeah.
The snowplow came through, and then it snowed again. So the entire time we were going to the store, literally, we're sliding. When we get to the parking lot, my dad goes, hang on, as he's hitting the brakes, and we slid it to the front of the store. And he was like, just give me a call, text me something when you need to come back. And I was like, I'm hoping the store closes soon. It's like,
nah.
I'm praying that they'll give us the.
Oh, yeah.
No, corporate made us stay open for a while because yes, the
We
3
stayed
customers
open
that
till
came
5.
in, yeah, the 3 customers that came in were such a big deal. Yes, we needed to stay open for them.
Oh, they lost so much money because what? We made time and a half during that whole time.
Well, yeah, I was like,
Yeah, we were paid extra for coming in, and like this was not like
Oh, yeah.
what your second week.
Yeah.
what do you want? Hi.
Wait.
I'll consider it. I went to work and only had like an hour and a half of sleep. I was exhausted. Yeah, because I was exhausted. I muted myself during that. Or I didn't mute myself via this, but I muted it in the recording. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
my bad.
I was about to say.
My dad came in. He apparently did hear me up half the night. I will say I did tell my manager that like coming in early, like there was a reason I took Fridays off. I stay up super late. I only get like hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep before I have to get up again. Like I essentially just take a power nap before going to work Friday. Like because I was supposed to have them off, but then we got short, and then both of the other part timers that are with us, N and Z, they're about to go back on education leave come August 1st. Though Z's not coming back. And who knows, N might transfer. It depends on how
Z
conversation.
barely has been back.
To be fair, he had an internship. For the entire month of June, he was at an internship.
That explains why I've never seen him.
Sorry, tattoo. Being itchy. Yes, slap your tattoo. Yeah, me saw it today. She was like, "Oh, it's healing really good." It is healing good, isn't it? I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's healing good.
Yeah. M is starting to deal with the itchiness as well with hers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, apparently this is a month when, this is time when everyone's getting tattoos. I got a tattoo, you got a tattoo, M got a tattoo, A got a tattoo, or not my A, one of the front ends, A's got a tattoo. Except for she got a, tramp stamp. You got yours on your back, I got mine on my shoulder,
she
M
went
got
through
hers
that.
on her arm. Yes, she did.
Yeah,
Yes,
she got that. Z got like 6 new tattoos.
Yeah, well, I was getting there. Z got so many tattoos. But
yeah. A wants to get well, if you will like this. She wants to get a tattoo of where it's like demon wings along her wings, and then the spinal cord going along her spine.
That is really gonna hurt.
Yeah, she was a big baby with the tramp stamp. I'm telling her, like, because of my...
I was like, you had yours on the spine.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that hurt like a bitch. You're getting a whole thing down your spine.
Oh, yeah. She is not going to be in for a good time.
No.
She is going to have a really bad time.
Oh, and then she also wants one of a rose going down her breast, down her belly button. I'm just like...
That's going to hurt, too. You know how many nerves are there? Oh, my lord. She's picking all the painful places. The only place she didn't...
worse.
I'll say the only thing she didn't pick was, like, the back of her ankle and, whatchamacallit, her foot. Those are, like, the most painful, especially your foot. It's supposed to be the most painful place. No, but
she's planning on getting the flowers from the rose under her breast.
So I'm just going to be in pain. That is her rib cage. She is not going to be happy. Well, when she gets that, expect her to call out from work.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the time she does, I won't be there.
Oh,
yeah, he's trying to ditch us.
Okay.
Yeah, so when are you planning to ditch us now?
To be fair, he needs to leave the nest.
I mean,
yeah, I need to leave the flipping nest.
To be fair, okay, you two have been there a year. I've been there
I need to get rid of my manager.
He's been there a year.
I have been there a year.
Fully?
Yeah, remember he told us his anniversary?
June 20th was my anniversary.
Okay, well, still, in terms of years, I've been there the longer.
Well, you did get a job during COVID. Or you were working during COVID, so, yeah, and I was at school. Couldn't exactly work.
I mean... Okay.
The only store we had where I was Walmart. I went to Walmart for groceries.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that or drive an hour away to her place.
No, you had the grocery store.
Oh, you mean what, Piggly Wiggly?
No, you had an Ingles.
Or that's what I meant, Ingles. Not Piggly Wiggly, Ingles. Ingles didn't have crap. That store was so freaking tiny.
You still had something other than Walmart.
Oh, well, it was way too tiny. Way too tiny.
Meanwhile, I had like 10 grocery stores. Okay, but let's go to the book.
Yeah, again, final warning.
Final warning! Click off now. This is like if you can't get mad at us. We have warned you. If you get mad at us,
We
piss
can have
off.
Muse who read the synopsis again.
Let's not.
Same music, just like don't volunteer me.
We can have Wolf read the synopsis again.
Nah, they should have heard the synopsis by now. If they're still here, then clearly they want to hear about the book.
Okay then. So let's discuss how this got injected into the other two.
Injected. Yeah, more like shoved down our throats.
Mm-hmm.
Forced upon us.
When you read a good book, you were like, oh, I want other people to read this. You.
Yeah. She was the first target because I had other things I was reading at the time.
But no. The person who wrote this book, I've been a fan of for a while. And he announced on Twitter when he was on it, hey, this is my first dip into fantasy. Yeah.
For a first dip, he did really good.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, I'm intrigued. Buy it off of Barnes and Nobles. Read it, didn't think so. I brought the title up to Muse. She didn't read it until the second book was released. And I was like, okay, here you go. Have fun.
Have fun.
Then I believe you were reading it. Then, like, when you finished the first book, you just stood up. I believe you were saying something. I don't know. This just sounds like you just stand up, walk around, and keep saying nope, 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 nope. Then you get a second book, and you just go back and sit at your desk and crack open the second one.
I'm trying to remember if if we were like doing the video camera.
We will.
That's right. Okay, I thought we did.
Yeah, we were just hanging out. This was pre-podcast. We were just hanging out because this was back when COVID was still.
Oh, this was when I couldn't see anyone.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of overprotective parents.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, you just stood up, thought around, marched over there, got the second book, walked back, and started reading it.
Yeah.
Because but after that, after Muse is done, we shoved it on to Wolf. And he didn't read it until he went on vacay.
Yes,
Like
to be
2
fair,
years
I was
later.
doing things. I had
I
other
know,
things.
that's-
I had a pile of books I was reading. It was in the pile. It was at the bottom of the pile. I have now gone
Yeah,
through
no.
said entire pile.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm hoping by early next year we get at least a title in the book. But anyways, starting off with the first book.
It has
Infinity Son.
gay. Okay, sorry.
I know, which is another reason. Yeah, no, this author is a permanently queer writer. Because most of his books
Prominently.
prominently gay, like very gay. But Infinity Son also injects the fantasy that I typically crave.
Mm-hmm.
So add the gayness and it's like
Well, I mean, there's not a single straight person here right now, so.
yeah.
What do you mean? I can.
I'll say you can't even see my face. You're just the silence.
I could make a rap sheet of all the flipping women that you
Have
simped
simped at.
after.
Yeah. Starting with. Do we need to go back to Sing? Anyone?
Morgiana?
I'll say
Not fair.
at this point, you're kind of like canon in terms of woman you simp after. Except for she's got a rap.
Not.
She's got a rap.
Yeah.
We love you, Panda, by the way.
Anywho. First book is, let's see. Roughly 350 pages.
Oh, yeah, and the second book is huge. I'm gonna be honest. When I was packing it, I picked up the first book and I picked up the second book and I went, "God damn, it's big!" I went, "Why is the second book so much bigger?" But it was so much good.
Anyways, so
My English there.
Shut up. It was very, 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 very good. I was trying to get my thoughts out fast.
So there's regular people. Then I'm trying to find the graphic. Go to see. Before the book release, oh, here it is. Okay, so there's three. Yeah, well, no. Yeah, so there's total magic users. There's two different types: celestials who are born with power, then specters who steal power from the blood of magical creatures. And by magical creatures, we mean phoenixes, basilisks, hydras,
Griffins, etc., etc.
Yeah,
Literally, magical creatures, guys.
yeah. Like honestly, I want to say realistic fantasy. Well, no. Kind of in the vein of Percy Jackson, where like it's set in New York, but those magical abilities. You look confused, Muse.
No, I thought I read this a couple years ago, not last year.
I thought this was LCL.
I thought it was last year because then that's when you guys really started playing, like last summer. Because then that's when you guys really started putting pressure on me about it. Read the book, read the book, read the book.
May 14th of last year. For some reason, I thought it was 2020, not 2021.
Read the book, read the book, read the book.
But to be fair, 2020, like, let's be fair, like, history didn't stop trying to adopt the 5 until 2022.
2020 sucked balls.
Yeah.
Anywho, well, there's two separate types, one who own it and one who are born with it. And Emil and Baldwin, so I hate Baldwin's guts. Just not because of what he's done, but just his whole fucking personality.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the egotistical, can never, always hungering for more? I had a feeling that was how that book was. The second book was going to end. By the way, I totally called it.
Yeah, so he's a YouTuber, which
go figure.
And not the respectable kind, might I add.
I'll say, unfortunately, not. Yeah.
There's another book that wasn't another book that I read that I find his character to be the chaotic side of. But no, he just wanted attention. Good fucking god.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had like thousands of subscribers, but he kept wanting more and more and more and more and more.
He had a name for his followers, which like okay, if you like doing that, fine, but I just find it annoying. I'm sorry.
To us, you guys are our subs. That's it. Let me correct myself. You guys are our subscribers.
Like,
I realized how bad that sounded after I replayed that sentence in my head and it didn't quite work.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. He was like the obnoxious type of YouTuber, not.
Oh yeah, he's the one that's always trying to get the next big thing.
Not Jake.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, not Logan Paul levels, but he was still annoying. He's a guy that would film. He's the guy that films a fight when like you shouldn't be filming a fight. You should be calling the authorities.
About calling the authorities, running away, and then complaining because you had to leave the fight because it got too dangerous.
Then he tried to profit off of people's misery, which like not cool, buddy, not cool.
Yeah.
Like you, like
But he was a good brother. You could tell he really cared about his brother and you.
Up until a point, then
To a
he.
point, yeah.
Yeah, to a point. Then he started to go off the rails real quickly.
Yeah, well, that
Yeah.
was his ego.
Yeah, well, until the last part of the second book.
Yeah.
So the main bad, this old, I'm trying to remember, this old frail-looking lady who has been alive for I think hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That wants to be the all-powerful generic villain overlord kind of thing.
Except for
But
all
she
the
has like,
experiments she's been doing on her is killing her slowly.
yeah. So think of it like Voldemort, but less smart.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then there's these two groups, her on one side, the people who are trying to do good on the other, trying to duke it out, prevent one from winning the other, etc., etc., etc. Maybe long that Emil, the brother that doesn't want attention,
Mm-hmm.
gets these powers that makes all the attention go on him. And
Yeah.
his brother, bless his fucking heart, records it and releases it online.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he didn't originally record it. Somebody else recorded it, and then it got attracted back to him because his subscribers recognized that it was his brother, and then he recorded it.
That's fair. To be fair, I wasn't forced to read it, but I was the last to read it because my memory is not as fresh as you two.
Well, this is why Wolf is intercepting a bit.
Yeah, thank you for that. Oh, yeah, then whole people attacked his home, forcing them to flee, and they get taken in by the good people.
Well,
Please interject, because my memory is
good,
shit.
good, but very controlling.
Yeah. It was like you could think of it. I'm going way off. But like Hunger Games, like where on the last one you have the good people trying to defeat the capital, but then you realize that they are almost no different.
Yeah, you realize that they're kind of power hungry, everything.
Also, take the lesser evil here.
Yeah, definitely take the lesser evil, but still, like they had their own motives.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well,
They weren't all 100% good, like you
oh no,
want
some of
them
them
to
went a
be.
little wacko.
I mean, to be fair, that also just shows the just shows the writing. Like, not every character is perfect. Even Mio isn't perfect, though. Despite some people's insistence that he is. Leave me alone. Uh, and apparently, so things happen. The antagonist is trying to collect ingredients for this major portion that's gonna make him invincible. Then we learn that Emil has kind of a legacy.
Kind of.
A little bit. Just
Basically,
slightly.
he's a like a phoenix reincarnation type thing.
Yeah, which people thought in reincarnation wasn't possible, but hey, it's a phoenix.
Well, wasn't his kind of broken?
Well, he didn't inherit the memories,
No.
so it was technically
But
kind of broken.
yeah, because he got stabbed in the body with a knife specifically designed to kill a phoenix.
Yeah, one that blocks his abilities to heal and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't having a good time.
No, well, in his past life.
No, in his
Or in
past life.
his or his
Or
normal
in
life,
his
because he
normal
was
life.
also cut by the same damn blade.
Oh, so yeah, at one point, yeah, she did kind of capture and torture him with said blade, so.
That was a. I thought that was a. Oh wait, no. Both of them get captured at least once in the
Mhm.
first
Oh, yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of switch.
Oh, so yeah, you free one and the other one gets captured.
Yeah, but to be fair, Brendan did try to self-insult him on missions that could be actually deadly.
Well, yeah. Well, he wanted to do his part, however, he's also an idiot, so.
I should have taken him to a chair and left him.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure he would have found a way to break out of the chair and hunt him down. Planted like a tracker on his brother's phone or something. He just comes across as that type of person.
Yeah, he really
Yeah,
does.
that's fair. Like, I'm one that typically does not like it when people stick their nose in others' business, but like, yeah, I don't know. His character, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong, I like the wine around him. I don't like him as a character. I think I
Well,
don't know if
that's how you know you got a good writer. He makes you hate him.
Yeah, no, trust me, I'm familiar with his other works. But Emil has had two different lives before Emil, two of which were very important figures in history.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
one was regarded as a very, 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 very bad man, and the other one was regarded as something.
I think it,
A hero, I think.
yeah, I think so. I'll be honest, I forget either of their names. I
Yeah.
just know them as Emil's past lives.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top. One's with a K, and the other one I thought was with a P. I can't quite
I
remember
know I
now.
had the books right there, but I don't feel like searching for it.
Yeah.
Well, you'd find them easily in the second book.
Actually, there's a glossary.
Oh yeah, he does include a glossary in his books.
Which is like, to be fair, it's a nice way to get everyone up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna hear the sound of me slapping myself in various recordings, guys.
But on the go ahead, Muse.
Oh no! I was going to make a snipe. It's fine.
Oh, yes, she was. I'm sure she was. Let's just ignore her.
Biden's channel is called the Celestials of New York.
Mm-hmm.
But you had two different groups. Spellwalkers were the quote unquote good side, and the Bloodcasters, which was the bad side.
You know, hence the name Bloodcasters. You know, take the blood of things, use it for yourself. Greedy bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the Bloodcasters ended up being not so bad. Oh, do we want to talk about Ness?
Oh, the gay! I have too many ships in this book. This book has me torn
Seriously.
between two ships with the main character. But yes, so Ness, long story short, is a bloodcaster that can shapeshift. He is a shapeshifting specter. He can shapeshift basically into anyone, anything, copy all their features, their voice, everything. Very handy ability, obviously. But he works for the Bloodcasters until he is captured by the Spellwalkers, and, well, you know, him and Emil kind of had a little friendship thing going on. Him-
that's putting it lightly as well.
it really is. The connotations in the sentence just are. There's a lot of gay. Yeah, they are. Oof. There is a
And my
serious he is being torn between two people in the second book.
yeah, and
Wow.
it might be nice to note that he is also the senator's son, who is kind of a dick, but he's also running for president.
Yes, the senator is running for president. He is against all spellwalkers, all specter or not specters. He's against everyone that has abilities. Basically, he wants to lock them all
Yet
up
he
and stuff.
hires someone that has.
Yeah, he works with Luna, the chick that's has abilities and stuff, and all of his bodyguards have abilities. Also, forgot to mention this. Not only is Ness his son, he's thought to be dead because he tried to get his son killed.
Just so he can use it as a platform for being anti-magic.
Yep. He said that he claimed that that's how his wife died, and then oh no, they took his son too.
Who is also dead, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So yeah, the father's a douche.
Oh yeah. Now you can see why Ness has
But
serious daddy problems.
But I really like how they play Ness's character. Like they kind of turn the shape shifting against them. Well, like,
Oh yeah.
he has PTSD nightmares
Everyone
about
that he's ever hurt. Everyone
who
who's
he's
ever
ever hurt.
Yeah, everyone he's ever hurt or murdered, he has nightmares of at night, and he shapeshifts into them, essentially. So he wakes up sometimes as different people because he's hurt them or he's killed them and stuff, and it's that guilt. So it's not all, hey, he's got powers, super awesome. It's he's got powers and the burden that comes with it, and PTSD and a lot of issues.
Like that's like it's a small touch, but like I really like that touch. I really like that small add that small addition to his character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got him. So while Luna is trying to, okay, this girl is ruthless. I don't want to say modeled. That's good. She modeled her parents again
Yeah.
for this potion she was using.
Yes, she summoned their ghost and then killed them again. Because yes, you can kill ghosts. For this potion she was using.
Which, like, oh really? Like, defying a tomb is already fucked up, but doing it again to your own parents, who you also modeled in life.
Yeah, the parents who are looking at her terrified as she's doing this, by the way. Yeah, she's kind of a psychopath.
No. And she also modeled very, very well feeling. Someone comes around like
That was a baby.
That was a baby, a newborn.
Oh,
Just been
that
born.
couldn't even fly.
I believe it was like to be fair, the spell called for a newborn. What was it? Century Phoenix.
Newborn Century Phoenix. And go figure.
It was born once every 100 years.
Yeah, and go figure. It was that 100 years.
I mean, to be fair though, you wouldn't have a book if it wasn't.
Grayson. Or Portal Grave.
Yeah, but honestly, that upset me the most. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It was just born and you killed it. Jesus Christ, lady.
Oh yeah,
The description as well.
Yeah, literally, he did not hold back punches, guys. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, she slit it, slit its throat or something," and
I think
or stabbed it,
and the blood coming out,
blood pouring out. Emil holding its body as it died and went cold. It releasing one final cry. Like, jeez.
Yeah, he was not holding back whatsoever.
No.
Oh, god damn, dude.
How to make someone feel horrible for a mythical creature.
Yeah,
Like honestly,
literally.
that's the fact that Emil's boss, because Emil worked at a museum,
Mm-hmm.
like sold him out just so the boss could study him. It's kind of fucked up, but also
Yeah,
it just
he traded Emil for the Phoenix because originally he was protecting said Phoenix because Emil had warned him that Luna was coming to take it and kill it. And he was like, "Oh, we can't let this happen." And then she showed up with Emil and she was telling him about like how he had Phoenix powers and stuff. And the guy traded this unborn baby for him. Like, come on, man.
that also shows the point, but still, like Jesus, like you actually liked Emil, like
It was
he
that
was one of
greed.
he was one of your favorite employees, but no, wait, he wasn't an employee. He was a volunteer.
Yeah.
Right? Like Jesus Christ, guy.
Oh yeah, he wanted a job there, I think.
Yeah,
Or he wanted to go into like studying
I'll say
natural
that's
he
how.
features.
did work at the museum, but he worked in the gift shop. But there was
Mm.
no openings in the Phoenix wing, and that's where he was trying to get a job. So he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
waiting for an opening, and the guy was literally because the guy was impressed at how much he knew about phoenixes and stuff, and so he was like, eventually there will be an opening, and you can work. But as of now, there isn't. So
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, this guy can reincarnate. I'll
yeah,
give you him for the Phoenix. And I was like, okay, sure.
I was like, dude, come on, like you seriously did that trade? Seriously? Especially when not only that they had called upon this group that are all about protecting the phoenixes and befriending the phoenixes and stuff. They called on them to help protect it, and they all died protecting it. And then he turns around and gives it up. The very thing they were working hard. They died protecting.
Halo Knights.
Yeah, the Halo Knights.
Yeah.
Which, yes, very cool name.
Yeah.
Some of the deaths in that book though were just like
Oh, they're really.
so brutal.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, he does not hold any punch. He's like, yeah, oh, the sword went right through him. Oh, acid was sprayed at them and their faces melted off. Like, no
One
punches.
No, the one that I think hit pretty hard was getting possessed and
Oh yeah,
killing.
getting
Oh,
possessed
yeah.
and
That
basically
fucks people
forcing her to
up.
kill. Well, not only getting possessed and forcing you to kill your own spouse, your husband.
Well, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think they were boyfriend and girlfriend, not.
No, they were married because they had a
Oh,
kid.
Yeah.
Remember?
right.
Which made a whole like a third like group now that you had to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this girl wants revenge, and she's taking
Mhm.
advantage of the fact that one of the other chicks wants revenge because the same girl possessed her and forced her to kill her boyfriend. So, yeah.
Was it the girl that was able to possess people? Killed the leader of the Spellwalkers' parents.
Yes. Or, no, it's killed
I'll
Mari's
be honest.
parents, Mirai's.
I don't
Not
have
the leader of the
much.
Spellwalker, but it killed the girl who also, go figure, winds up being the daughter of Luna's daughter and one of Emil's past lives. She winds up being the
Yeah.
daughter of them.
Yeah, so that makes Emil her grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of freaks her out. Like,
Yeah, she's a
no.
little weirded out by it.
Mm-hmm.
No, so Luna gathers all the ingredients together. She goes to, I think, where was it? A graveyard?
A
Yeah,
graveyard.
because it had to be where her parents were buried. I thought, yeah, it was no.
Wolf?
Yes.
Not
Is it
where her
Jack
parents were
Wolf?
buried. No, it was a abandoned building. It was like a abandoned temple or something.
Just somewhere to hide, I assume.
Yes.
Mm.
It was somewhere for them to have the light of the moon touching the ingredients as they made them.
I thought
Well,
it
the
was
moon
under.
is very powerful.
I thought it was under a constellation.
Or, that's what I mean, a constellation. The light of the sky to touch things.
Something in the sky.
Something with sky.
At night.
At night.
At night.
Specifically.
Yes, very specifically.
It might be
at
a
night.
little. It might be a constellation because they have a whole thing about constellations and whatnot.
You know, hence the thing
Something
spelled,
in the sky.
you know. They're called celestials for a reason, people.
Yeah, they have this big showdown. Emil gets stabbed by the Infinity Dagger. Can't really do much. Biden, for the love of God, because he was never supposed to be there. Gets the potion, and it's like Emil's yelling at him, dump it, destroy the potion, and nope, he just
What's he do? He drinks it.
he drinks it, which Wolf did call.
Yes, I totally called it. I want you to know,
Yes.
before I read that part, I went, he's gonna drink it.
Mm-hmm. He's too power hungry not to. He was too jealous.
I'll say he was really jealous that his brother had powers. Powers that his brother did not want.
He
Brother wanted was to study phoenixes.
I'll say he
Not
just wanted to
B1.
live his life, not
yeah. For the most part, he was trying. He was like, I want these powers. I want this war to end.
Yeah, he's
Not with me at the
literally
center.
trying to make a potion that will take the powers away, that will seal them away, so he stops reincarnating, and so they can make it so all the specters don't have their powers anymore. Like, he's actually trying to get rid of them. And,
I
yeah.
understand. Yeah, like I understand the inferiority of that situation, but still, you have to take in consider. You gotta take into consideration he didn't even want these powers to begin with. He like if it was Biden. God damn it! If it was Biden who was born with those powers, but he wasn't, and
Thank
that just made
God.
him a little bit of a, I mean, but that just made him into a sore loser. And there wasn't even a competition to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll say there's no competition to begin with, and yeah, he was being a sore loser about it. Always whining, oh, why does Emil got powers and I not? Well, it turns out they're not actually twins, you know, because, again, reincarnation. When the mom was having Brighton, the dad went out to get, what was it, balloons?
I don't know. I forget. I think he was going back to their house to get clothes or something.
I thought he was going out to get balloons, but he found what he thought to be an abandoned baby. Turns out it was Emil after having been reborn.
Yeah, because a few blocks away from that, he was getting stabbed.
That was where he had died, yeah. His past life had died. And when phoenixes reincarnate, they either reincarnate where they died, or, in his case, near where they died.
There was something about the ashes like blowing away and landing and
yeah.
being reborn out of fire.
Also that, and I think it's because of the type of phoenix he is.
That's foul.
I wanted to say they said he was like a soul phoenix or something, like a solar phoenix.
I'll be honest, I forget. I would have to look back. Even we read the books before book 2, but
You mean book 3?
book 3,
Okay.
sorry. But yeah, so you've only seen me be speechless once in your life. Still wish we were kind of recalling that because I was a mess.
I really wish I was recording that. That was hilarious.
I don't know if you know, but we were watching a movie and the movie touched on something I actually personally believe in. And it was a good movie. And they were too good.
Yeah, he couldn't talk.
Like, out of emotions or tears?
No, like, he just couldn't talk. He couldn't even make a sound.
That's very unusual.
It was so... Oh, by the way, on a quick side note, I told Em about that, and she wants to watch the movie now.
I mean, if it can make you go, if he
Yup.
can make him go speechless, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Years later, I want to hear that story.
Got it.
But no, like, and the reason why I bring this up was after the end of that, like, I was like that, but I was more emotion. I had more emotions in comparison. Like, I just kept on, like, okay, you know how there's a hole
Yeah.
outside the room? I kept on pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because
Showed his parents just like, what'd you do now? What happened now?
Because Biden drinking the fucking potion. Okay, to be fair, I didn't expect it. And two, the author does a story by ending it right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's drinking it.
I'd like to also point out the potion nearly killed him. He almost didn't survive.
Yeah.
He was literally dying from said potion, which actually humbled him for a bit.
Yeah, then he went back to his dumbass because
it wound up giving him powers.
Yeah.
So it was a constellation. The crowned dreamer, which fitting.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, it literally ends on last drop of Reaper's blood, which is the potion name.
Yes.
And I swear to fucking God, I suffered for months until we got the second book out.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. He
Just
wanted me to suffer with you.
Yes, and you're suffering with me now, so I still get
All of us are suffering with you now.
Yes, and I'm enjoying it.
And we're about to get a fourth one.
Potentially.
What, latte?
Yeah.
That's true. We did show her the synopsis, which is why she popped out. She went here and then she gone.
Yeah, but no, for like, I want to say maybe 6 to 8 months. I was like, okay, like, slowly but surely, it started to drain away. Like, it was pushed to the back of my head, but when I started thinking of it, I was like, okay, like, this is going to come out only 2020. I can, 2022. I can wait. So if I gets here, I'm like, hell yeah. I'll kid you not, I'm pretty sure book 1 took me a day. Because I refused to put it down.
Yeah, that was how it was for me.
I read
I read it instead of going in a pool. I was reading it at the swimming pool of our hotel.
Honestly, I took that fucking book to walk. And I read it on my lunch break. Back then, I would get there and I would, 30-ish minutes early, and I would just sit in my car and read it. Okay,
As a fellow
Don't be
book
shaking
lover,
your
I
head.
can respect that.
Don't be shaking your head like that. Oh no! Book 2, Infinity Reaper, starts off where I picked up.
Literally where he's drinking the potion.
Yeah.
And Luna's screaming for his head. Python's, that is.
Yeah,
Also,
because she was
like-
all, I needed that potion to live. And have ultimate power and whatnot.
I still don't quite understand how Brighton got any powers or it worked at all with him, considering
It was her parents' ghost.
where it needs to be Brighton's parents.
Yeah, that's one thing they were concerned about. Like, it was Luna's parents. What are the effects of that? Like, they were this was completely unnew to them. But Weeple's blood, it gives him the power of a phoenix, a hydra, and a ghost.
Yeah.
To which
Phoenixes have
he slowly
Go
had
ahead.
to unlock each of those abilities too.
yeah, slowly but surely. But Phoenix's injuries heal right up if you get cut off, if your hand gets cut off, Hydra and Ghost, you can't really kill a ghost.
Well,
So
yeah.
basically, it's an immortal potion.
Yeah.
But no. So they get the hell out of there. They take Brian to a hospital. And let's be honest, it did seem like he was gonna die because of all this.
Again, he got very humble.
Oh wait, that didn't last long.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
That didn't last long. Considering this fuckle,
He also had sex
May-
and then lived.
I'm still irritated that he got action before Emil, but okay.
To be fair,
Why
Emil is a
not?
lot more shy.
Okay, that's fair. But no, this fucking decides to release a fucking trailer. A smash like a flipping like movie trailer.
Oh yeah.
Who fucking does that?
He does.
Someone who wants views. Wasn't his reasoning is trying to bring recognition and like people to join this
Spellwalkers. I believe it was more of trying to clear the Spellwalkers' names because the Spellwalkers were being blamed for a lot of crimes that they weren't actually committing. It was the blood stuff peoples that were taking. I forgot the name. The bloodcasters that were doing it, and so it was actually for a good reason. He was trying to get it out there that hey, it wasn't actually them doing it.
He was saying it was for a good reason, but reading between the lines, like we all knew.
No, he was trying to do it for his own ego.
Yeah, and who was it? Pamelia or I forget the girl's name, but
Pamela?
she was like his. Yeah, where she was like his girlfriend or something, where she immediately knew.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why she was so hesitant to tell him that she happened to be a Spellwalker. Mm-hmm. Not a Spellwalker, a Celestial. It's like, let me correct myself. Not a Spellwalker. Celestial.
I'm trying to remember how her power was.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No, telekinesis.
Yeah, it's something with the mind.
It's telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Telepathy is communicating.
Yep.
Telepathy is actually touching, like, levitating things.
Yeah.
But no, she was like, "Oh, this bitch." Anywho.
Yeah, she saw through him right away.
Something we also forgot to mention. Ness got taken back to his dickhead father. And that's where his story ended. Son. Actually no. It ended with him going to the magical
prison.
I was gonna say the magical version of Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Literally.
Alcatraz, Azkaban, whatever you want to call it. It was still a prison. That was very hard to escape.
Yeah, near impossible.
Yeah. So that was fun. We didn't know his fate until the second book. Okay, Wolf, you're gonna have to do a lot of talking because I only remember snippets of Weeple.
Okay, so long story short, yes. Then we picked up on Infinity Reaper. Infinity Reaper, they went to break him out. So it started with he drank the potion, and then it started with them trying to escape the city because everyone was looking for them to arrest them. As you do, because they were supporters of the senator who was running to be president. He was running against the Celestial. Speaking of which, he abused his son's power and forced him to pose as Celestial to try and because he's desperate to get elected. So, as you do, pretend to be your enemy. Absolute scumbag of a guy. But
they kidnapped Emil's and Python's mom. I believe
and
they also
the girl that heals.
Yeah, that one I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Eve,
Yeah, let's go with that.
I believe that's her name. I'm fairly certain it's her name. But yeah, so
Yeah.
kidnapped her, was basically torturing her because she had the ability to heal people, and that's a rare ability. So they were like, "Hey, you're gonna do work for
But
us."
the also the backlash of it is she also feels the pain that she heals.
Oh yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
injuries that she's healing, she feels the pain. So if you're stabbed, she feels that pain. Like it's a give and
You don't
take
have the
situation.
power.
It's a give and take, unfortunately.
Yeah, very self-sacrificing. Um, so they try to escape. They get taken under the protection of the Halo Knights, I believe.
Yep. After convincing them to, protect them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Wolf, do you want to talk about the ensuing gay?
Oh my gosh, one of the Halo Knights is very gay for a meal. So yeah, this is at the time when, Ness has been capturing stuff. This guy is very open that he likes Emil. He's very openly flirting with him and stuff. Um, Even after, learning more about him and stuff and who he is, what his powers are and things, he doesn't hold it against him. And he picks him numerous times, like literally when they go to the prison. Part of being a Halo Knight is being there for your comrades. And at the
Mm-hmm.
prison, one of his comrades had basically been, she was still there, and they were trying to leave, and he was like, "No, I have to stay for her. It's my duty." And eventually, he did agree to leave, but he was like, "I'm doing this because you asked, because Emil had asked him. It's like I'm doing this for you." He basically chose him over duty, and it's like, oh, it's
Yeah,
like,
but in the end,
oh.
Emil chooses
Well,
Ness.
he technically hasn't chosen.
We all know.
The answer was just kind of.
No, it's kind of obvious he is gonna, which is unfortunate because this poor guy has literally given him like everything. But at the same time, yeah, I've torn between ships. I have two ships. Uh, it's a lot of ships, but yes. And then yeah, so they're hiding out with the Halo Knights, learning how to use their powers and stuff. Brighton's learning how to use his. Emil's learning how to use his.
I had a good idea.
Yeah, well, and nobody ever said that it was a good idea.
No.
But they are trying to learn how to use their powers because if you've got powers, you kind of need to know how to use them. And so yeah, and then trying to think of what else happens. Yeah, Luna teams up with it's the senator hires Luna, teams up with her basically to
Has been for a while.
yeah, has been for a while because he's
I,
desperate to get elected. And it's kind of a you help me, I'll help you type situation. So,
Yeah.
again, an absolute scumbag of a human being.
oh, it gets worse.
Oh, yeah. People are probably going, well, how can it get worse than locking your kid up and all that stuff? Oh, trust me, trust us, it gets worse. This guy has no shame.
No, he doesn't. So his whole platform is his platform. His whole platform is like, oh, magic's bad, spellwalkers are bad, broadcasters are bad, yada yada. This bitch gets powers.
He becomes a specter.
His say,
He becomes a
this
shape-shifting specter.
yes. It's like, oh, I don't need my son anymore.
And so he, of course, immediately turns around and uses it to his advantage. As you do if you're a scumbag,
Mm-hmm.
And
to convince
he
the
also
public.
turns, and then he also turns on Luna.
Yeah, because, as far as he was concerned, she,
Was a tool.
Was it nothing but a tool, a stepping stone for him to get what he wanted? Which, how she didn't expect that from the beginning? Like, come on. Like, she had to have known that was going to happen. Which I'm fairly certain she did, but for God's sakes, the fact that she worked with him for so long is just absolutely stupid.
Yeah. He also fought. He also fortified a debate, like a presidential debate.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I said he used Ness to do the debate.
Honestly, I think. I mean, hey, it gave Ness the opportunity to tell Emil that he was alive.
Mm-hmm. Told him in a very
Honestly,
creative way too. So we talk about fireflies because
Ness
that was
has
his
the
nickname.
cutest nickname for Emil.
Wasn't it like lightning bug or something?
Firefly.
Firefly.
That's so cute.
Shoda's very
I
happy
love
if you
that.
can't tell.
It was so cute. Leave me alone.
I'm not saying it wasn't cute.
Considering Emil felt comfortable actually taking his shirt off around him. He
Well, I
does
mean,
actually.
no,
The
he felt
second time was. Hmm?
I thought, no, I thought it was he didn't feel comfortable because he had him close his eyes.
Oh yeah, that's well. I mean, still. So the second time was for a mega session, which I am all for.
Yeah, there's a lot of gay in this book.
Yeah, I
We
enjoyed
love
it.
it. It's a
So
very good book.
then we have a fun little prison break on Alcatraz.
Yep,
Actually, what is the name of it?
I can't remember.
We
But
don't
yes, they
continue
go to
calling it
break.
Alcatraz.
They go to break Ness out of the prison.
Yeah, because Emil insisted, which I don't blame him. To be fair.
I mean, to be fair, he is also his friend. You know.
Yeah, sure, let's call it that.
Well, to be fair, his character seems very undecided about things. His character is very indecisive.
You're just giving it over for a triangle.
I like my triangle. Let me have my points.
Nope.
Yes, triangle.
Oh, it's not
Anyway,
going to be a triangle for long.
I know it won't. Let
I
me
mean,
enjoy my triangle while I can.
I'll be fair. I wouldn't mind seeing like Ness, not Ness. Emil be like, okay, who the heck do I choose? But also considering Emil had a little bit of a panic attack, and Little is kind of downplaying it a lot. Because then the guy had a panic attack when he thought Nescon was kind of, stopped.
Yeah.
And just shows how much he valued him.
Yes. Well, you know. Beggars can't be choosers. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yep.
We'll find out. The gay will continue.
I'll admit, I wouldn't mind seeing a scene where that happens, where he gets confronted by both of his crushes.
Dude, I would love it to be like I don't know.
Ooh, this is awful.
Polyamorous. Yeah, it's not gonna happen though.
No.
But still, polygamy. It would be so cute. Then he wouldn't have to choose.
Well, we see what Wolf's
Let me have my ship.
conclusion is.
Let me
That
have
we
my ship.
felt
I don't
that
like
we
deciding. I like. But well, let me sort the record out.
and I thought I was
I ship both ships, and then
indecisive.
I ship all three. Okay.
That's fair. Something but I have a shipping of three crewmates. But we
It
have
just
a
makes
prison
it
break.
easier.
I want to say the warden was put a bounty on
Ness's head. Yep.
Ness's head, which is kind of fucked up. It's like, hey, whoever had this one guy gets X amount of years off their sentence.
To which everyone's like, "Yay!"
Yeah, so they walk into Dell. Two of the fuck. What was it? What was it? What were they called again? Two of the quote unquote good guys, and the big bad Luna, who was literally in her own special cell because they didn't trust her in the regular cell. All because she says, "Hey, I can bring back your husband."
Not husband, boyfriend.
Okay, but fucking pig people. I can bring back your boyfriend, who I had my subordinate kill.
The subordinate that, by the way, we find out at this point is actually dead.
Yeah, but
Was dead and was the
yes,
result of an
ghost bells.
experiment.
I mean, she might have been a failed experiment, but damn, is she useful?
Yeah, she's a failed.
Mhm.
Long story short, she is a failed experiment because she's human, but she's not incredibly. I want to say she's Luna's sister.
I don't.
I want to say. Oh no, I want to say it is her sister. Because I remember thinking, man, not only did she kill her family, but now she's using her sister like a puppet.
That might be it. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm going off your wall on that. But no, incredibly fucked up stuff.
Yeah, this chick's got issues, guys.
Yeah, they go with Hall to a undisclosed location. Someone that tried to assassinate Biden tangles with Biden later and during the prison riot, and Biden ends up ripping his heart out. I think.
Yes,
Right?
because he discovers that he has, his Spectre powers finally activate.
So yeah, he rips him out, and I kind of like since me a weird feeling because he was always like no killing,
Well, not
and
only
he
that, but
kills.
he was still holding out hope that his brother would change his mind about the whole not giving up your powers thing, because he wants him to give up his powers, and would,
Yeah,
agree to give up his powers.
that ain't happening.
Yeah, his brother don't want nothing to do with that. The book
Then they get
literally ends
back.
with it.
Yeah, they get back to the Phoenix Sanctuary. Ness and Emi are making out in some. I think it was a medical room.
I thought it was a potions room.
That could probably be it.
Some room.
I
They are
know.
making out. That's all that mattered.
I hate to agree, but yes. They're making out. They hear a commotion. The two brothers get into a fight. I believe Brighton like they try to force Brighton to take the potion
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the potion
because
finishes, and they try to. Emil tries to force Brighton to take the potion, but it's not actually him.
well, what do you mean it wasn't actually him?
It's
Again,
not
memory
Emil.
fuzzy.
It wasn't actually Emil. It was Ness. Ness disguised himself as
Oh
Emil
right,
because Emil was going to get the mom to talk sense into Brighton, and Ness was like,
right.
"You need to be harsher with you need to force your brother to do this because he's not going to change." And Emil was like, "No, I'm sure our mom can talk sense into him." And so Ness went behind his back to do this thing to show him that no, I'm right. You know, your brother's not going to change. He wants to keep his power. You need to force him to take the potion. And the book literally ends with Brighton running away after learning that it was Ness pretending to be his brother, but his brother was horrified to see that Brighton was really willing to fight Emil to the death to keep his power. Because he thought it was Emil when he was fighting Ness. He did think it was Emil, and he was point blank ready to beat him up over the fact that, Ness pretending to be Emil was trying to get rid of his power. Like, very screwed up. Brother's got issues.
Yeah, it gets worse. And viewers, you would think, oh, how are can this get worse? It gets worse.
Just trust us when we say it gets worse, guys.
I mean, we always wanted, like, half of the book, shall we just finish the ending?
I mean, we might as well.
Yeah, at this point, if y'all haven't thought about now you're still interested in the book, that's your fault. Like,
Yeah, at this point, the book has basically been spoiled for you, but feel free to read it, sure. I mean, you know what's gonna happen, but feel free.
well, no, it ends with him going live, basically saying, hey, Bright Silos, which is the fucking name of what they call his subscribers. He was says, hey, Bright Silos, I die inside whenever I say that. Hey, everyone I knew and loved and trusted have all turned on me. Oh, and my brother, the one I've been praising as a hero. No, his past, he can reincarnate in his past life. His basically was the person who single-handedly fucked up the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally turns on him
Yes.
and exposes the secret, and then he calls upon his Brightsiders to come and fight with him.
Yeah, so yeah, now there's a third group.
Well, now we call that a cult.
That's fair.
He is a cult leader, essentially.
Yeah, and he also does the same thing where he ends it there.
Yep, he ended it there.
And
So,
we're all
we don't-
suffering until the book.
Which gets released at some point. I don't know when.
Sometime 2023. And it's also a trilogy.
It's only a trilogy?
Yep.
Yo, no.
I think you just made it worse for him.
Yeah, so
No.
you know shit is gonna go down. No, he announced that the Infinity Cycle, that's the series name, is a trilogy. We got 2. We're waiting on the third.
Now, is the third one going to be even bigger than the second one?
No, this is the real
I wouldn't mind that,
question.
to be honest.
The second, I
wouldn't
want to
mind
say the
that.
second one was at least 200 pages bigger than the first one.
It
Something around
was,
there.
it was. First one was 353, second one was 538.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. She has a list. She has a list of every book she's ever read.
Only going back to 2017.
You have issues.
She likes being organized. Leave her alone.
I like being organized too. I have a list of every single TV show out there and that I've ever watched.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I also have that.
What I'm hearing is you have no room to talk.
I don't have all the room to talk.
No. And also, to be fair, it helps me know which books I've read and which ones I liked. And so with that, it also allows me to also not buy a book that I've already read that I didn't like.
That's fair.
Now.
I had a book series once. I was reading it, and it was so good. Or I should say, I've had 2 book series that I've done that. It was so good, and then you got to the last book, and it ruined the series. It was the worst ending in the world. So disappointing.
Mhm.
I remember saying like, so the tagline for the second book is, one brother wants to end the war, the other wants to win it. And like, we know which one is which, but still, like, I
Yeah.
remember it was either that, yeah, it was that tagline that like terrified me. Like, oh my god, what the heck is gonna happen? Like, okay, again, I had no love for Brighton, even in the first book, because he
I
just
don't
annoyed
think
me.
any of us had love
Yeah.
for Brighton in the first book.
I mean,
No.
I had I had mixed feelings about him in the first book. Like,
I didn't like him at all. And then I was starting to like him because I thought he was finally starting to
I'll
change
say
in
it
the
looked like
second
he was
one.
starting to change in the second one, and then he reverted back to his old ways. It's like, okay, screw you.
Yeah, which is why at between then I was kind of iffy with him
Yeah.
because I was trying it, but yes, he had a few quirks that annoyed me, but I was trying to see the good in him.
Then he went full on psychopath.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend dumped him, quote unquote.
Yeah, well,
She didn't want to put a label on it.
I'll say yeah. I'll say she seemed a little bit flight risky, so
Okay, to be fair, anyone would be with him.
yeah, but
Yes.
not only that, but she kept a secret from them for how long? Not just one of the
Okay,
brothers,
well,
both of them.
No,
the
I think
Celestials were looked down on.
I also think Emil knew. I think.
Mm-mm.
No, he
No, none
didn't.
of them
Yeah.
knew.
None of
Oh.
them knew because they were shocked when she told them.
Oh, wait, the grandma knew, but
The grandma
The
knew but
grand-
hated
the
her.
grandma, aunt, whoever she lived with knew, but she wasn't the biggest fan of it.
No, she forced her to hide
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because again, like, Celestials were looked down on.
I get
They
they
were
were looked
deserved.
down on, but still, I mean, you should at least tell your friends that you've got powers.
I
Especially
mean, to be
since you
fair,
wind up having to use those powers to save their lives.
But yeah, but
later.
she also didn't want to be ostracized by her whole friends. So.
I mean, Brighton made it
She
pretty
knew
clear.
she would be by Brighton.
Yeah, well, no, Brighton would have just taken advantage of it.
Yeah.
It was less
Let's be
ostracized,
fair,
more
she
take
would.
advantage of it.
Yeah, let's be fair, she would have. He would have.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended on a cliffhanger again. So that was fun. And I should have got it if he ends that thought on a to be continued kind of thing. I'm going to find this man and I'm going to strangle him.
I'll say, he has told us that it's going to be $3. It better only be $3. We better get we better get our
Unless you
gay.
decide
I
to
can't wait to see
break
how
the
it ends.
book up into 2 parts.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that to the book. I would do it to some other object.
No, I mean the
It's-
author breaks the third one into 2 parts, like part 1, part 2.
We
Oh,
will break the
God.
author into 2 parts. Part 1 and Part 2.
Jeez.
After we make him write the last book.
There was something called fanfic.
Oh, trust me. I know.
I know you have.
The amount of fanfic I read.
The amount of fanfic I used to write.
Yes, why did you stop?
I would rather not admit. I would rather not talk about it on recording.
That's fair.
Reasons.
Anyway. So, yeah, go. If you've stayed with us and you're still interested in the book, go read it. I mean, you already know what happens, but whatever.
Again,
Okay, to be fair,
this is a series you really want to read without being spoiled because it just takes the enjoyment out of it. Like that's why I've never liked spoiling books or any type of media for people.
yeah, you always ask me, do you care about spoilers or not?
Yeah, like even any like long running show on like if like even if you're hesitant, I'm still not gonna do it. Like whenever you tell me, like whenever you ask me, whenever we are watching something together, this is die. I plead the fifth. I hate you when you do that. What's the come on? I kind of have to do it because I don't like spoiling things for people.
It's annoying when you do it sometimes.
You
I
bring
feel
this
like
on
you should be.
yourself. You know my kind. You know my personality. You
I was
know
gonna say, I
I'm
feel
gonna.
as though you should expect it nowadays, Muse.
Wait, do I like watching your reaction when it actually happens? Yeah.
Yes.
But I also don't. I also don't want to spoil it for you.
Just like to watch me suffer.
I mean, it is fun.
It's also not just you. But hey, at least I get to suffer together with my friends.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Okay, Wolf, go ahead and
Anyway, ending. Clearly, an argument's gonna start.
go read the book series if even if you didn't care about the spoilers. Still go read the book series.
It's a very,
Give you
very
also
good book
some
series. You'll like it. If you
yes,
like not, if you like
give,
fiction books, fiction works, you'll like it. Trust
yeah,
us.
yeah. Give this author some love. He has written some really good books.
Mm-hmm.
Some that I shall show him Muse's face if she so wishes.
But yes, please go read the book. Hope you enjoyed hearing about it. Yeah. Goodbye.